Hello, hello. Welcome to my sewing room. I'm Stephanie. Welcome to my channel. And today we're going to do a closet clean out that was totally needed. And right now you're looking at the clean version, the after. So I'm going to take you through all the mess. Totally messy closet. So this is not the view you usually see on my channel. This is the behind, usually, behind the camera. The camera's usually right in the closet. So I wanted to do it from this angle and show you that this part can be pretty too if I would just stop cluttering it up. I think that I want to start with just showing you why it needed cleaning so bad. So I'm going to take you before and show you what it looked like before I got cleaning it up, and take you through a few of the steps and things that I did, and then I'm going to show you the after. What do you think? This is the view you're used to looking at if you watch my channel. And I just finished a project, so I picked up everything, put everything away, and this all stays pretty much like this. But the view you don't see very often on this channel is this direction. And you've seen it. I mean, there's my little cubby area with my dress form and my fabric, which is a mess right now. Not the worst it could be, but it's a mess. And then this corner right there is my junk corner, because you really don't see it when I'm looking this way. It doesn't go that far right there. See it? It starts. And then if you look down, it's where I stuff everything. And then it gets worse. I'm going to turn the camera around and show you the mess. Okay, so I would definitely need to empty my garbage pails and sweep my floor, because it's got a lot of scraps and threads and things like that. But over here, I just can't get to my closet. I want to be able to stand right there and work my camera. There's my light, and that's kind of what I use for filming. So I can't even get in there. And so I want all of that cleared out. Up here on my shelves, I know what some of it is, but some of it I'm really not even sure. So I think I'll just take you through the stuff I know. This is paper goods. So I've got books and papers. This is my cardboard stock, some books that I have, receipts that I'm saving so I can know how much money I'm spending on fabrics and such. I can put that in an envelope. And then over here is more like office-y supply stuff. And then my tech stuff is right here with my iPad and my laptop, all my notebooks. And then it goes over here and starts going unknown. I see that's ribbon. I don't know what's in here. Probably some more ribbon. I think that is all linings, and I'm not even using linings. I don't even go in there. Down below is crafty stuff. For crafts, I'm not sure I'm ever going to do. And then it just gets into, I don't know, because it's piled up. These are all my hanging patterns, things that I've drafted or traced, keeping that the way it is, but it just go down here and it's just like, couple of spare machines. They can stay where they are. Some more tech. An empty space that had a bin, so it's space that's wasted. And then we start going up. Junk, elastic. And then we've got, this is all extra paper from cutting patterns. And then this is some of my stabilizers. I don't know what that is. I don't know what's there. Oh, more fabric. We go up, 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 and we've got a box of interfacing, more interfacing in the corner, and zippers. Now we're going to go this way. Don't know. A little bit of extra fabric. Don't know. Don't know. Empty, I believe. Don't know. Not sure what's in there. I don't know what's in that. There's a whole bin back there. I don't know. This is my sewing ribbon. And then an empty box. What is that? Buttons. Lots of buttons. So this just needs to, I just need to organize. It needs to organize. I would really like to see this just all cleared out. I'd like to see all of this organized. This is fabric that I've been sewing, scraps, new fabric and scraps mixed in. Crazy. And then I have some empty drawers right here. And these are patterns. So I have all my patterns in drawers. And honestly, I should add a third drawer because they're kind of smushed in there. This is my knit side and some vinyl up there. Decor, that's kind of a mismatch because I was going to put lights in here and I didn't finish it. So this isn't even decorated. Some cotton and some other fabrics. These are some indoor-outdoor fabrics, and then things that don't stretch. So some wovens. There's a few knits in there that aren't stretchy. And then we start going down here, and I'm not really sure what's in these drawers. Some of them are empty. I know one of them has bra making supplies. I think it's this one. Oops, bad guess. This one? Yeah. So I have room to put some things in drawers. And then this is the top to my newer sewing machine. This is cotton. Below that, I think, is canvas. Yes. And then that is vinyl and cork. So there's just, you know, there's an old chair cover that I don't sit in that kind of chair anymore. Just things that need to get put away, my junky area. Time for a little update. So I've got the floor cleared out, you can see there, and I've cleaned out what's hanging. There was some fabric that was hanging. I'm going to put that with my fabric. There were a few unfinished garments that are going to go in a unfinished project area that some I'm going to keep, some I'm not. And got the fabric set aside. I'm not going to sort through fabric. It's a whole nother thing to do. So I'm going to stick with the closet. I want to get these shelves cleared off. So my table's cleared off. It was full of fabric. I divided it between woven silkies and the stretchy poly. So now I'm going to fill up my table with what's on these shelves and start organizing and then hopefully putting back. Can this be a one-day job? That's my question. I feel like it's going to take a week. Do you want to see some of the clutter I'm trying to organize? Okay, this bin is pretty much stuff I knew. It's glue guns, and then I also stuffed in a little craft I was playing with, some tiny birds. I knew that it was in there, so I'm leaving it in there. There's some mesh fabric right there. So this is going back in the closet where it belongs. These are some curtains that I didn't use, so they don't need to be in here. This is a craft for a bird cage. It doesn't need to be in here. And this is some styrofoam balls. That could be in my craft. I have a craft closet downstairs. I'm not sure what I'm doing with this. I had ideas of painting it and using it in here, but it might go in the closet downstairs till I figure it out. This is a craft that should go down in my craft closet. It was to make some garlands for my hearth, and I had all kinds of little things to put in it, beads and such. This is staying. This is like raffia twine and stuff. I don't know. It might end up in the craft closet. I don't know. I was going to use these for centerpieces. They're going in my kitchen. Dry erase markers. I've been looking for these for the dry erase board. Okay, empty bin. How cute is this? My son bought this for me. I got a whole story with that. This is a button box. How many of us have everybody's old lady button boxes that just we find at garage sales or we inherit? I've got so many buttons. This is full of buttons. This is full of buttons. This is full of buttons. Got this at a yard sale, full of vintage buttons. And I have a whole nother jar downstairs that I'm going to bring up. So all the buttons are going to go in one container. And I'm kind of thinking it would be cool to put them in this hat box that my son gave me for Christmas a couple years ago. It's empty. Guess what? All of these boxes are empty. Ready to hold things that need a place to go. So just need to figure that out. This is holding ribbon. I used to love ribbon embroidery, and I don't want to get rid of it because I go in this box all the time for ribbon, little tiny ribbon. So you never know when you're going to need some. So let's just put whatever ribbon I find can go in here. So now it's just going to stay. So this can go in the closet. This, I think I'm just going to, this is kind of crappy, falling apart. I'm just going to dump this in the hat box and dump this in the hat box, and not going to organize them. When you want a button, you just got to dig. This one I'll just keep as is and throw it in the hat box. Trims, I'm going to coordinate. I'm going to, all these trims I'm going to try and combine into one bin. I have a drawer full of trims down there too. I think all my trims need to be in one place, as all my ribbons should be in one place. And this was empty, so it could be something. This, what is this? Oh, this was that little vacuum I bought for my serger, and I never use it, so it's going to go over near the serger. I'll find a place in one of these drawers for it. What else? Is this empty? Oh, more trim. Trim needs to be in one place, so I can just go through it. This is more magazine holders, so I can organize more of the paper, books and things up there can all be, I'm thinking of just lining them up, all blue bins to hold things. And I want to redo my zippers overflowing, so redo that. We're getting somewhere. So now you've gone through my stuff. Also, I'm leaving the linings in this box. I don't know what's in this box or this box, so I'm going to do those next. This is something I purchased new, and I haven't even done like an unboxing on, but it's for purse making. I don't know when I'll need it. I don't know why I bought it. Oh my gosh, you guys. Well, now you see the madness. This is all going back in there. For sure. Time for an update. Okay, I've cleaned out the old trims that I've had for so many years I can't even remember. Most of this actually came from, not this, but all of these pom-poms came from a yard sale. You know, if you're new to sewing, yard sales are a great place to get supplies because people retire from crafting, they die. They're the amazing vintage craft supplies out there, and who better than us who want to create with them. So I'm doing pom-poms in this box and all these fun trims. Some of these I remember purchasing, some of them I don't, but this is that vintage hand-dyed silk ribbons, and so there's just a lot of trims in here. There's the sequins, some big ribbons, some, I don't know what those would be called, but this was all my stuff that I had forever, years and years. This is stuff I've bought within the last 3 or 4 or 5 years, and I wonder if I would have even bought all this if I knew I had that. No, just kidding. This was for a project that didn't come through. I'm going to put that in. These were all on clearance, and these I bought on purpose because they're gorgeous. And I don't remember, I was going to trim some tops. Oh my gosh, but as I'm looking through these, there's some amazing opportunities for the bag making trims. You know what I mean? So I'm going to put these in one and crochet in another. So that's my plan. This doesn't look good. And oh my gosh, I'm ready to quit now. What a mess. I think the closet's gonna look really good when it's done. But I feel like I'm done. This is my after for now, because this is definitely a work in progress. What has changed? Well, all the clutter is gone, so that's good. And then over here, the knits have stayed, but the knit sort of scraps and remnants are up there, and I put the vinyl in a different place. So this is all knits. And then in the closet, the zipper's got a bigger bin. On the top, I need to make some labels. This is polyfill. Over here, we have the button box, got bigger. The lining fabric stayed in that box. Labels, I'm going to make pretty labels. And then over here, I'm going to put some labels here. That is wool balls and beads. I think I showed you that. These are a cotton ball craft I did for a Christmas gift, and there's a whole lot of them left there. These, you make these out of flannel. They're just awesome. And then tiny ribbon. I've got some extra magazine holders for future reference. Moving over this way, I've got a little more organization to my interfacings. And then trims are all in this corner. I don't use them that often, but I can see them for the most part. And so that's that. And then over here is some smaller interfacing pieces. And now we'll move down to the next shelf. And as you can see, I have a pipe. This holds my camera to look down on my table for a sew along, and a light, extra lighting for my table. And this can all get pushed in out of the way. Hubby put all that in for me. Isn't that nice? And my camera is also on a like kind of thing, so it can swing out for filming and swing back in to get out of the way. Because this is not just a sewing room, it's also a YouTube studio. Next shelf, we've got paper, little pieces, because my big paper is on the roll. This is mouse pad kind of mouse things. There's some small elastic paperwork things, like receipts are in that one. This has some kind of papery things, cardstock, an extra binder. I culled my books down to just my favorites. One of my binders, all my little notebooks I keep notes in. This is my cardboard stock, comic book board stock. This is some labels that I'm going to use to label everything. I keep my laptop and my iPad here, dry erase markers. This is where I keep small text stuff for my camera for filming. I also moved all my camera stuff into a, that's empty, into a drawer. Let's move the camera out of the way. I showed these bins in the organization, and so this is where they ended up. This is temporary because it's all lighting that I may or may not use in here. Some extra fabric that I just ran out of room for, so I have no idea what I'm going to do with that. This is some rivets, and I think these are empty, so they could be used for something else. That's why they don't have a label. And so moving to this side of this shelf, that's where all my vinyl ended up. My cork is all in this bin. I believe this is empty. Oh, no, this is leather scraps, vinyl scraps. So this needs a label. Down on the bottom shelf is my two spare sewing machines, a serger and a Janome. And then that red bag is all my embroidery threads. And then at the bottom is, I must pull this out. Sorry, Buster, you're not gonna like this. I must pull this out because this took forever. And I folded all my cotton and put it on comic book boards because, oh my gosh, now I can really see everything. And I just love it. It's just, it makes all the difference. So if I need some cotton, I can see what I have. And even when I was folding, I was able to see what I have. So that was pretty cool. All right, I gotta go faster. These are my patterns, a couple of my bags. This one goes in my trailer. This one is for small sewing projects. And then these are my patterns. And then over here, I have some painting supplies. That's where the serger ended up. And down below, that is canvas, indoor, outdoor fabric, my camera bag, and that's the rivet machine. I did extend my patterns to another drawer, so they're not as crowded, which is really nice. Got some camera equipment down there. I straightened up my cute little decor shelf, and I dressed my mannequin for you guys. And then over here, I've got more cotton. It didn't all fit in one place. And then these are my wovens for the most part, and more wovens up there, solid colors and some scraps. And then here I have just different drawers for different things. This is some extra cardstock. I've got bra making supplies. These drawers still could use some more organizing, but look at this, totally better. These are some stands for filming. And now we've got my machines. I did not clean out these drawers or change them. This is where all my notions are for scissors and tools that I need for sewing. And so this is my Viking serger, my Pfaff, beautiful. and my Juki for purse making. I bring you over here because I did change out and put some of my indoor-outdoor fabrics up here. So I took out a few things and put in a few things. But other than that, and my view out the window is so pretty. I put those flower boxes there to look at. It's so much nicer. I really want to keep it like this. Okay. So that was a lot. You've seen my mess. And it could be worse, but I think I caught it in time to where it was just totally doable to fix. And it was exciting. You know, it was exciting to see all the accumulation I've collected over the years. You know, I'm 64 years old and I've been sewing since I was a little kid, and not as much when I was raising kids, but after that, during, for sure, I did emergency costumes like everybody else and all that stuff. And so I had a sewing machine, I had sewing supplies, and I collected more and more and more. And as I got older and the kids started moving out and I started creating space for myself, some of this stuff is, you know, decades old. So if you're new to sewing, it takes years to get this much stuff. But who wants to, you know, not have it? It's awesome having all of these amazing supplies, and I feel blessed to have them. But I really want to honor them and myself by not having to dig through all that clutter. So I hope I can maintain it. I'm working to maintain it. Next up, I want to do some labeling. I want to go back through my drawers. I clean out my drawers. And so if you like this type of video, let me know in the comments, and I will share when I do those things too. And this whole room has just been a labor of love. I've really enjoyed it. It's only been in the last few years. It started with the COVID lockdowns, and I created this out of a spare room that we had in our house. We're empty nesters for many years, almost decades. But it's just such a blessing to have the space to be able to create in, and a helpmate in my husband to help build a lot of this and to help create this vision that I had of my sewing room. And it's such a joyful space for me that I just feel almost guilty when I let it get cluttered up, because I'm so honored to have this space. How can I just be a messy slob and let it get like that? So I hope you enjoyed my closet clean out. Please come back. I'm here every Friday for Friday Sews. And it's a little bit of life, a little bit of sewing. And if you camp, I have camping, oh my gosh, several playlists of my camping trailer. And a lot of makeover there that even if you don't camp, you'll want to go see the makeover, because that was pretty fun. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye now.